guys. So let's get right down tonight of AEW High Bass. So AEW High Bass, it was a it was a really great show tonight. So so we get one enough advocacy below my screen below. We get two separate ways. So if you want to buy something like you get it free. So you could have so your Switch 2 is on Able now. You can stream from here. And you get not just Switch 2 and you want to buy something like this maybe. So so let's go break down right here from AEW Harley Bass. We have two separate ways and so much more. So um so let's go live right here. So we have a so we have the fourth match. We have AEW Blue League. So we got Shawn Moxley goes 1-on-1 against Roderick Strong. So I was at last time in Athens is a C2. So Moxley has 3 points and lost to Kosuke decided that he has 6 points. And Robert Strong has 0. He lost to Owens Cassidy on he has 3 points. So Robert Strong went down to Moxley. After with his signature onslaught on a back breaker, and but Sir Jeff Wiles and was to refuse to give up, and he caught the master of the back breaker with a wizard PARADIXM. The spill, and it do saved for the victory. Marvel Strong and Moxley are always good together in a hot crowd in the Manchester area. Cody sold the energy of this last class of rivalries. And this was mostly forgettable. And it just cognizant to the high standard set by all masters in this on your tournament, but it was still a strong personal showcase for both men, and if it was a turning result was the C2 to giving some Moxley, and it says to the still advice in the on the tournament. So also while Strong is eliminated from causing with 2 matches left in most of the time. And this would not be a big surprising expect that aggressive bookings to indicate that Jeff Wiles might have lost his muscle. So also instead, he has reformed that he is still in great to compete where he wasn't to tap out. It wasn't in his lose. Was it all to add against that the Jeff Waddles were torn against the Leo and becoming more wasn't by this bookings had just made. So Robert Strong, meanwhile, is Cody Gizable Complex has a pen issue of the C2 and can most success hope to play the sport against Korea category in the final week and on the before. So anyway, on this match, Sean Moxley has 6 points. I just said so. It started with Moxley and Robert Strong is a ring with no entrance. And Robert Strong and Mox fought to the outside at multiple times, but the most powerful brawl has ended with a Robert Strong backbreaker on the steel steps. So after Moxley caught Strong with a squats, powder double, and then locked in to the Bulldog soak. And Robert Strong was foaming at the mouth before blowing to the ropes to break it. And when Moxley has submissive hold, it was weakness was tested late when Robert Strong locked in a strong hold, but the Jet was fought free. So here's the next match. So I got $1 million winner take on the lead, take on against the John Caddis family. So I was at last time in Cassius Akata, Kosuke Chisari and Wei Hiskio lost in the big for the CM World Trio Championships against his guy team F4 Gill took a brawl until November 22nd in 2025. So Kenny Omega and Matt Saxon and Nick Saxon team up against Seth Savage and Say Lethal and Simon Singh on Dynamite 200 August 2nd in 2023 of last year. I just the Elite looked like the old sleeves again, and while finding a team that has to struggle, the other two stay on the same pace. Also, after sending out Cassius Akata and decided in they hit with his skill with BTE, Trigger, and free trigger, and also assisted one with Ringo Engel positive victory, and Don Callis did not want to give up the $100 million and also a Waymaker in the Alpha beatdown. It was Kenny Omega. Also in the Young Bucks, Big Knox got the money and while the clean win, also the arguing heels with a balloon. It was reported this was exciting battle between the 6 of the best in this business. Ray Hiskell, the body sold out deposit bring wasn't the last Thomas name involved. And he looked like the old cleaner in his best moments and while taking too many bumps along the way. And into when Cassius Okada and Ichizari have so much chemistry as a team, wasn't even when they lose it to arguing and saying and they are not lucky to work together for much longer. So I wasn't lucky that a young bucks of wrestling as good as they ever have, and it's always a threat to see with them in asses in any format. So anyway, on this match, Kenny Omega, Matt and Nick Saxon. So and you win Kosas. So either between Koski Tosade and Ray his skill came out in Gator only to be interrupted by Catholic Akata, this solo entrance. It was that the Young Bucks came to their classic Super Kick Party theme. Afterward, Kenny Omega came out to both quite no carry on my real with the word real boy son this time. So I knew that the crowd was most loudly behind Kenny Omega crowd, and they also lit up the elite walking has a ghetto where Anya and Jasade in Catholic Okada has younger to work a ghetto, including the Alpha pushing him inside before and when his skill in double team and Nick sending them if it head first into one over the Omega did not look too pleased to be in this match. Until he got the clear 1-on-1. Into when Cassius Okada to interrupt a decided power drive knee to set up a Waymaker in a most close line the Alpha in the CHAOS. So speaking to MCF, wasn't installed himself into the both in the mid-world title match. So into when Samoa so flanked so Samoa was flanked by Hook and Powerhouse Hobbs causing a sign set a contract, and he wins both segment much to his respect was that Cowboy wasn't going to hit it for Samoan submission missing and having an pace to declare that he was way too underpaying his title one-on-one against anyone that helped him underpaying the Jeff Waddles, including Sports Strickland, but imaging things went so bury him. So, as an after everyone had signed, it was MCF has arrived. So, I was to assign his a casino guard to add himself to the awards in. It was a match. He explained that he wanted this match to hurt the Cowboy to beat him in his two greatest rivalries and on the same night. So Anya just started Anya Strong with Samara So, Sports Stickler, and Hammond Adam Page in each defining conflict statement also a mic. So also however so a waffle also is so also the off has changed so a dramatic of dissatisfaction in a big way. It was MCF with Georgia is all three over man concerning why he wanted it to be them at once. He said, I knew he went long, but there is typical for MCS that Claude closely did not mind about even every word like the assault of he was the biggest hero in all of this. And this is a four-way, can go any way, and that is what makes it extra exciting. Smaller so will probably find a way to escape with his goal, but there is no reasons to believe anyone should be for going in. So I am between sports taking Paul out and old teammate who was coming out tomorrow so since about late 2007. It's a fake face tattoo and him and caught someone so worse than said Jeff Waddles on their worst day. So I think he also worried that Samoa's career will be win by the Samoan submissive machine and pathetic ego trip is a twilight of his career. And he went MCF mentioned that he still hates Samoa Joe for what he took from him. So here's the next part. He said, I just so upset off and he called out us for stickling. Okay, bud. It was a WWE saying he was great to training for a top data. So I like that announcement of this. So Anya went to backstage. It was Eddie Kingston. He wasn't warning his impulsive opponents, starting on the conclusion that he learned from his lose to Samoa Joe in his Better Indian era. And also at backstage it was Kevin Knight and Speedboat Mike Bailey, and it was to promise to win on the collision on C2 matches against Kasa Akata and Zach Perry. So here's the next match. We have 8 women's person tag match. Anya Base of Wrath and Thomas Love Bombs against Mercedes Monet, Afina, and Manga Problems. So was it last time in Athens when Nigel and Harley Cameron on your feet, Thomas Tony Storm, and Miyazaki to become the national women's tag team champions until December 10th. In Minnesota, in Megan Bang lost to the Countless Love Bombs on December 3rd, and Mercedes Monet in Alfina lost to the Base of Wrath on Dynamite on November 5th. And this was a competitive battle between a full of the best women's teams in AEW, also leading to a costly piece. It was officially caught Renata with the old civil face out of nowhere to allow Monet to a pinhold for the victory, and Aaron was working hard to enable an access path explained is one it was never less than great. I just could have used that last 5 more minutes to it would have been tough to found that time in a dozen piece of 3 hours so, but this did not feel like it had a quote reached its top. It was a top speed before the finish. The finish was a surprise and only trust the CEO and for Errol slipping back into the title constructions. And this is a small false title and defense for the base of the RAF has kept match with Monet and Alfina in the quarterfinals was a match of the under the tournament. So it's going to be a rematch between them, could even increase that high ball and so Renata and Harley Cameron has champions. It also could push Monet and Alfina into a full conflict a singles rematch between them for the TBS Championship and always Women's World Championship has better to blow anyone away. So, anyway, on this match, Mercedes, Monet, Alfina, Ms. Seville, and Megan Bang. It wasn't until Alfina and Monet has argued, arguing also the way down to the ring. And Renata passes Monet nearly out of her boots, and it went like cannonball off onto the apron with the CEO, so making Bang into away. So I wasn't until it was backstage. Later, it was the CEO and Forever Champions has signed the Women's World Tag Team Champions and for both in 1 week before. And Monet also set an open silence for her. It's called REV Pro Undisputed Boys Women's Champion for on a collision. So here's the next match. So we have a Gold League. We have Safari star Conan Fossil goes 1-on-1 against Pac. So I wasn't last time in Athens in the C2. And Conan Fossil has 6 points. He lost to Speedball Mike Bailey, has 3 points. On Dynamite Winter is coming on December 10th. And Pac has 3 points. He lost to Castle Akata 3 points in December Assault. So I am supposedly office of Pac wrote down the first stroke Conan Fossil also cause of this match. After he finally had it open to seal it with a top rope, also present from it followed by a black auto to a win. Somehow it just was the boat to the witness match of the Colorful City 2 is just one of the best of the tournament, and that is a testament to his courtesy in the tournament. And yes, it was less forcing than supposing rounds, so the away is packed, wasn't moved down the photo straw. This was a perfect match, was a late stage of the tournament, and where anyone should be possible morning and then. After the opening wins of Color Fawcett set a flags and tip that he was a leader of the Gold League, but after back-to-back lose, the photo stroke is sunny on the outside looking in. Impact lost to Casas Akata, but Cody has a clear path to winning his bracket. After this victory in O's and then after the Olympico advancing, it feels like anyone else can go through in this league. So why couldn't it be Sebastian showing himself as a man to watch in 2026? So after his our bastard won out as the match began again, and Pack kicked out of a brainbuster, and Pack caught Color Foster in a standing Boston and almost knocked him out, but the Thunderstroke got his foot on the ropes. It was the Boston follows up in his mandible rebound clothesline for a near fall. So here's the next match. We have Dynamite, Diamond Ring, Bottle. So we have the Diamond intact. 1 year before the match could begin to wasn't making the former world tag team champions. It did not either Buddy King or Badillo. The match came down to King. It was to eliminate himself in TOA, but to set the stage was a Badillo to eliminate Bosab Khan, giving the win to himself and Legacy. As for how the stack the AEW roster is, this bottle was getting smaller and then expanded. The Italian involved attached to has clear a story has possible in the ring. And this lead to many men on the outside of the ring for the stretch out to the contest almost feeling just like it was a casino garlic. And he said Cody was not at this level when he was smaller in school, and in terms of who was involved, a bottle had never worked as well with AEW typical in-ring style, and still the story was strong and consistent once again that makes it really do anything to steal it away and put it off once more. As a one and only would make sense to carry the Dynamite Diamond Ring into 2026. Other than giving his massive heel, he was trick will be more for Bandido to knock him down like a pig. And it will have been nice to see present names in this spot to have both are already champions with plenty of story behind them. So, I think it has also not been fully explained yet how MCF sees all of this as he was born to win every over year. So, in the winner of this match, Bandido and Ricochet wants a diamond ring for the world and setting up a 1-on-1 match next week. So, Max Costa and Henry Barnes will work together again, every hitting their financial again, but Ricochet has limited Max Costa when they tied to a Cecil and Mark Davis eliminate such a Busman only to be was eliminated by Luchasaurus, who was again eliminated by Sauce Alexander in 91. Moses and Ricochet spent the home stretch and on this match, scoring also outside, going sending of the message has long he has advised. So here's the next match. We have this Blue League. We have Mascata goes 1-on-1 against Owens Cassidy. The last time in as in the C2, Mascata and Dorado has 3 points on your free category on. So he has 6 points, and Owens Cassidy has 3 points on your free Wallace Strong 0 on the cruiser and disabled 6. Wasn't after a fast piece was funny while Owens Cassidy caught Mascata very sick. It wasn't sit well Panther eventually, and this was a different style of the C2 match to most other on the tournament, and was made it stand out for the squeeze Panther Listener in his own style. And it was fast paced and focused more on crowd versus spots and the poor dramatics. It made the ending predictable. It would have been nice to see Mascata pick up more of his win against career category, as he has so much breakout potential in AEW with the stronger bookings. So, also however, Owens Cassidy is one of those made a man in AEW that can defeat anyone. It is how now a more dramatic opponent for some Moxley final fight on his C2. And it is hard to imagine Owens Cassidy advancing to the semifinals of the C2, but it's not invisible, possibly wasn't with 2 matches left. So, in the winner of this match, Owens Cassidy has 6 points. So, I think we have set doesn't go, so his running it was confusing The string with Owens Cassidy giving forces squeeze, submitted as 12, forces squeeze pull off a last, forces rope, also walk arm drag to the daylight of a cloud. Into it, Owens Cassidy passed his sunglasses over to Mascata and the world has his form of respect. So maybe a couple more. There's two more left. And do a last one. So here's the next match. We have Sammy Hill goes 1-on-1 against Iron Dawn. Also last time in Athens, Sammy Hill alongside to Chris Stenangel on your face, the sister of his son, on the closing on December 13th. So Iron Dawn lost to Mia Seville on AEW's Dark Stalking still on December 13th. I just said a quote support for Iron Dawn give her the will to fight hard, but the number one contender to the women's world champion and still put her down with head 12 Sammy Hill and Iron Dawn. So ease of respect as you walk into the Chamber of Madness. Attack to Chris Stenangel has arrived to send them packing, but Sammy Hill causing caught Sam Sammy Hill. And it was a desperate split with no more passing the ball of a poor squashes, but there was never going to be real drama on the results. So it's still Iron Dawn has done it so far with her opportunities in AEW. It seems like the kind of just talent AEW can wrestle in size at last in always longer terms. And this is the problem with this assessment. It was not a match, but rather the aftermath where less than 2 weeks before at War's End. So we have Chris Stenangel against Sammy Hill does not have a strong story yet, and it is to focus on the Triangle of Madness with whether this was a triple track going into War's End with Tankler and also set a warning. I just said on the closing sales that these two are suffer from the friends, but this feels like AEW last to do loop and go into the pay-per-views. And they need a couple more weeks to separate and you see from the Triangle of Madness is it their own dramatic. And you when Chris Stenangel and Sammy Hill will make the most of the spotlight and deliver a great match, but this is not the kind of build a world title match. It should have the result more to a backing. So, and the winner of this match, Sammy Hill. So, and you wins Sky Blue only forced Fulham strike to Island Dawn and had to go back to hit Holt again to send her out of the ring. Sammy Hill came off hurdles afterward, finding her, and he turned not sorry for taking out Chris Stenzel. So it is time for the main event. So we have World Tag Team Championship match will be all aligned. We have FTR against Baby Gang. Thumbs up. So, I said last time, it asks FTR on the thing by deal to become the World Tag Team Champions at Full Gear on November 22nd. So, Baby Gang won a $2,000 on 4-way Full Gear tailgate ball on November 22nd. It was included Zeus Robinson and Austin Gunn, plus Dex Hall and Cass Whitlow to their limit, winning off a promise to a Dex. Also, however, Cass Whitlow got Dex Hall's foot on the center rope in the C8's AOS as it near falls. Afterward was FTR took out Austin and went after the buzzing repair his ankle of Zeus, causing a tap out with a figure four leg lock, and FTR always enabled the adrenaline and made their opponent look great. Nothing in there were multiple points, and in this contest where it felt like Birmingham might pull off the shocking upset, is it in it was not going to happen, but just yet. Anyway, Zeus Robinson strongly continues to look like a that knows how to beat FTR, but even they got the better of him for this moment. It may be too late to get FTR on the Bulls in main card, and this will be a real scene as there are so many exciting tag teams division for them to face on in this title rings. And hopefully there is plan to represent the tag division at Walls in some chemistry. So, and the winner on this match, Dax Hall and Cass Whitlow. So, Zeus Robinson stopped Stocky halfway from missing Papa Devil and sent him into Cass Whitlow, and also went at Cass, who sent him also set a barricade into the timekeeper area, and Austin recovered in time to save Zeus Robinson for the Saddle machine. So here's our last one for tonight's. So thank you for coming out in this review tonight. So it was a great match. So let me see. It was an overall show. So it is hard to complain about a show this tiny piece and a very great access tonight across every hour. Also, however, it will cause some wiggle image of this so it's passing down to the weakness of the words in main card, and this will be a great pay-per-views for AEW, especially because of the strength of the counter classic. But the rest of the build has that the same in the ring, Jocelyn, Simona Soul, Hammond Adam Pace, Scott Strickland, and now MC are millions of goods, but it for a four-way, but never have the same, as it has a solid match for a goal. So women's division is really a strong every asset, but it needs more straight hooks and more wasn't moments that get offense or talking. So I just a tag team division was a bit hang out a dry and process to a deposit grade series in of FTR. So Dynamite Diamond Ring Bottle Wall is highlight is so about only on your struggle on your main card in AEW right now. And it wasn't a two carded men champions waiting for all those that might silence them for their goal. I just see to is the bedrock of Asia right now. It will be definitely missed. However true it is larger maps that a public company will pick up its storytelling because it was the rest of the division. So it was a good match tonight. So let me see here. So Tony Coleman tweeting this out. He said, "Thank you for coming to the AEW Dynamite and AEW All Inclusive Highly Best tonight, ACE." So I just had 12 days of shop AEW.com once to December 24th. And 12 days and 12 deals and new daily. So Legacy turned this out. He said, "It seems now that's how you win in match. The zero of all service offense." And yeah, that's what he said a while ago. I'll make you bank turn this out about 1 hour. Thank you. Amazing show. It was a puzzle meeting you. So we haven't heard from Brian Case for about a very long time. So I watched this video of Seth Perry and Mesosaurus and gave the fans of their Christmas gift to them. So that's pretty cool. For me, I'm gonna get the Elite sword for me my Christmas deals. So that's coming soon. Wait a minute. Simi and Guava is on Disney Channel. See on IPS? Huh. Okay, that's pretty odd. Oh yeah, Baby been tweeting that 7 hours ago. She said, they say at Single say at 1:04 p.m. Common Sight, myself, and Sayed, Sayed, Mr. SV as we help as well as Professor Kids in this high season. Each wrap gift and one revolver tickets. We got tacos, coffee, decent games and photo booth. And maybe you're funny like that. So this is what she said. So, I got my buddy Justin Rose tweeting us out 1 hour. He said, thank you. So starting next week on Tuesday, we have 3 matches. Next week, we have Southern Grace taking on against Southern Green at US title match, and Other Vice goes 1-on-1 against Austin Dime in the men's speed #1 continues. The tournament begins. Starts next week. Let me see. So I was thinking about if Taylor is my favorite you and get Max. I haven't met him just yet. I haven't met him yet. I'm going to meet them soon. But it's more. Vince also says cut a short promo on Triple H. He said, I've been explaining to me about Ken Cross, and Triple H knew Cross was gonna be a bigger star than he was. But I think Vince also is right about that. He's been doing this for years, like Vince also I think so it's been a long time for him. So I'll say about 30 years. Vince also spent with WWE 30 years. Or maybe 2. So it's been a very long time for him. I really think about that. I hope. So it made me see always more. So Daily NXT has a spoiler alert that's taped on December 17th, tonight. So WWE tape upcoming episodes of NXT on December 17th a performance center in Orlando, Florida. So NXT spoiler of December 20th saw this tape on 17th tonight. So otherwise, on your feet, Island Dime, showing positive saves of Sons Bales, Mary Sainsaw, and quality sudden attacks otherwise and just a max. So traded here promo has been interrupted by Blake Monroe on NXT Women's North American Championship match that's set for NXT New Year's Evil. WWE Speed, the title #1 contenders tournament, Termin Heights, on your friend Eric Knight, in Lane Slew, in Overflaming Backstage Sassman. Savon Evans and Ricky Saints face to face Sassman with Ava and Savon Evans against Ricky Saints on December 30th. Under up we have Christmas, CAOS, Sonny Hill, the Scarlet, RAYE, on your feet, Sonny Stacks, and out of Walnut Grace. We have a WWE Speed title #1 Nintendo tournament. We have Lazarus King, on your feet, on your face. And David Women's United States Championship, Southern Green, on your feet, so Woga. So, Anya Fawful has Congress of NXT every Tuesday. The starts begin at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So just to remind you guys for next week. So thank you for coming out. Let's do wrap this up here. Let's do the votes. So we have 90% largest show tonight on AEW. Hattie Bass 90%. So percent is alright, and 10% didn't like it. Let's go to my X poll on Twitter. So we got 0% liked it, 0% is alright, and 0% didn't like it. So I'll see you guys on Friday Night SmackDown. So come back on Friday. So have it rest on Wednesday. Have it rest your week. I'll see you guys on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown and so much more. So we get one Stissel, Occupy Spotify Radio, Podcast Indie, and so much more. So have a great Wednesday. Come back on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. And probably get much more updates for you guys for this week. So I think this time, have a great night for you guys. Have a great night. So come back on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown and so much more. So I'll take it next time. I'm giving guys. Peace.